What's up everybody, Brett here, back for what I believe is episode 7 of our Kingdom Rush HD Let's Play. Last time we 100%ed the wastes. We did the campaign, the heroic, and the iron challenges, and we did great. And now we're heading into the Forsaken Valley. We got a chance recently to use Magnus and Ignis, but I kind of wanted to do a throwback, see how Sir Gerald Lightseeker does on this map. And that map is the Forsaken Valley. So let me go ahead and read this to you. It says, threading through the Forsaken Valley will not be an easy task. We are near the end of our journey, and although our men are tired, they are filled with honorable purpose. But beware, this is a land riddled with rock and fire titans. Best not to upset them. Okay. Let's go ahead and check our upgrades before we do anything. And that's right, okay, so we left off, we did unlock the spear throw for our legionaries. A very solid upgrade. And we just have this last tier, tier 5 upgrades to get. So we're doing good. And without too much further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Once again, for those of you who maybe are catching this episode, this is normal difficulty, not the veteran difficulty. I have beaten this game in the past on veteran difficulty.
Come on, you want to live forever.
But we're trying to have a bit of an easier playthrough, letting me kind of comfortably talk through the levels and the different strategies. It's been a few years since I've played. It's definitely been a while since I've seen these maps. So worth noting here, brigands are going to go this way. Demon spawn are going to go this way. Demon spawn are resistant to magic. And the brigands and their upgraded brethren, the dark knights and things, they are resistant to physical damage. So we could look to put our magic damage on this side and our physical damage on this side. And potentially even have a bit of overlap with these towers here. Let's see. I think a solid strategy will be to use these outside positions to block up these corridors.
Honor guide me.
And we're going to put him on one side and summon our legionaries on the other.
You want to live forever.
And I think that's fine. I'm just debating right now, what do I feel is more important to have as an overlap? I could put my archer towers here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put one archer tower here and quickly upgrade it to the ranger tower, hopefully to apply poison and rooting effect to both lanes. And I could do something like, this is a little tricky. I think if I'm going to put archer towers here, then I need to put my dwarven bombards in this position. Also, you've probably already noticed this is something of an ominous area here, so as if something might be coming from this direction. I think this is a fine place for a mage tower. So my thought right now is an upgraded mage tower with those golems. Not the arcane tower. Having trouble remembering. It's been a few days since I got a chance to play. Let's see. The tier 4 that gives the ability to lower the resistance to physical damage. It essentially lowers armor. I think that would be solid here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's not overthink things. And we can look to maybe get a musketeer tower there. And in this position, make another little backup emergency stop. And if we wanted to, we could pull these guys a little further back. And if you watched the last video or two, you've seen that I like to use a paladin front line with a berserker back line, using the berserkers to throw their axes as a kind of secondary ranged move. And we've almost got enough right off the bat to get the Rangers hideout, and I think we rushed that. And now that our legionaries are able to throw their spears, and I brought them to this side, I kind of switched up what I said I was going to do because I realized that the ranged on the legionaries is going to be very good against the no armor of the demon spawn. It's also going to help keep them back for their little explosions that they do. And we don't want our hero unit to be getting destroyed by the explosions. We can look to upgrade our Adept Tower into a Wizard's Tower very soon. We just want to make sure that our hero is fighting. We want that early experience, very important. Okay, so we've already got a ranged, or an air wave incoming. Gargoyles and Demon Imps. So I think that's going to be a new unit for us. Let's hold off just for a second. And we're going to place, summon, place. So now we've got a little bit of anti-air in each lane. So Demon Imps are the new enemies, flying mischievous infernal creatures that are often seen in the company of gargoyles, flying in average speed. It doesn't say that they explode. I would imagine they just have more HP as kind of their bonus. Hopefully we have enough anti-air with these two towers in the front, and these are kind of just backup at the moment. But that was good, nice and easy, so we get a chance to summon early and get some easy early gold. And Sorcerer's Mage. I was totally blanking on the names there, but there we go. Excellent combo. And we can start upgrading our artillery to the Teslas, which we got a chance to see in the last episode as well. And they're excellent against air and all of these chaff units. And we can even afford to summon a bit early there. And we don't want our front line to be weak forever. So let's just go ahead and make them fighters. That's pretty good range on these guys. And I would say it's even more important for us to upgrade on this side as opposed to the other. Just because we want our front line to be somewhat survivable against the on-death explosions of the demon spawn. Let's bring him back. So we've got a surplus of gold here. And I think we can rush, let's say, a Musketeer tower? A Musketeer garrison? Let's get that. That seems fine. Gotta have our hero fighting in melee. We need him to level. We want his buffs to be strong. And we can look to get the Arcane Tower in this lane. Make sure we call early. Musketeer Garrison is excellent against these Demon Lords. Very high single target damage. Especially with the debuff being put on them. If we ever start to see heavily armored units on this side as well. You'll see it's kind of staggering its attack. Let's kill these guys. And let's bring him back before he dies. Perfect. Yeah, we're not gonna leak. So another new enemy this map, the Necromancer, Master of the Dark Arts. The Necromancer summons undead minions to do their bidding. He has a ranged attack and he's very slow, and you'll see he just kind of walks a little bit, summons some skeletons, walks a little bit, and summons skeletons. So let's get an Arcane Wizard there. And a nice little trick to killing him is just to bring your hero, ignore the skeletons. I don't believe they give you any excess gold. put your heroes on him, put your summons on him, and just kill him. Otherwise, he'll just sit there in the back lines and generate skeletons, which will block you up. And if they're only going to overload one flank, we want to bring our hero here. Let's drop some fire, while most of them do not have shields.
I will cleanse this land. Prepare for glory.
And a ranged hero would be quite solid.
For honor and glory. For the king.
On this map as well, with the flyers and with these demons.
Reinforce.
Come on. You want to honor guide me.
Not being able to be hurt by their damage.
Prepare for
We can summon early. Bonus 35 gold for us. And I'm upgrading these because I want to get to the barbarians and their ranged attacks. And we'll upgrade the bombards as needed. Right now what we're getting is a lot of very powerful single units. Oh, let's get him back. We don't want to die to these archers. Yeah, I mean, if we were getting overwhelmed with skeletons, that sort of thing, I could certainly see rushing these upgrades. But at the moment, I don't think we need to do that.
honor guide me.
But we have plenty. We can go ahead and get our first barbarians. Let's make sure they're in a perfect position while we have the chance. We can call these flyers early. And there we go. Now we have more range support on this side. Flyers should not be a problem whatsoever. And flyers late game just kind of become free gold. As long as you do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, the Demon Imps, I was kind of expecting to click on them just now and see that they had some sort of magic resistance. But turns out they really just are beefier. They just have a lot more health. So there we go. Now we have throwing axes on both sides. New enemy. Magma Elemental. Okay, made of rock and fire, magma elementals are beings of death and destruction. Very high health, as you would expect. Very slow speed, as you would expect. They cost 5 lives, because of course they're big guys. And they have area attacks. Okay, so let's check their damage. 50 to 150, that's pretty huge. See if we can't block them up with our hero. And he's in the wrong neighborhood. I'm not sure if he had any armor, but he's going to lose it as soon as he gets summoned because of our sorcerer towers. So that is solid. And I think it's about time we can upgrade a bit of our dwarven bombards. Getting the Teslas nearly guarantees that low tier units will not make it past us. Move back, move back. It does hurt a little bit losing that range, but I think we're fine. Ooh. These guys do so much damage. And you'll see here how much value these guys are getting. We're not able to kill them efficiently. We really want to get that Tesla. Let's bring him over. And there we go, we got the Tesla. And we're going to bring our reinforcements on this side, because this side should be nearly impenetrable. Let's put him on these skeletons, and we can drop fire on this Demon Lord. Excellent. We can get some of the upgrades. At least let's get one in each. That's a lot of gold, but it covers a lot of our bases.
Come on, you want to live forever.
There we go.
Honor guide me.
Another
Will cleanse this land.
magma bro. And we definitely want to get some of these upgrades at some point. Let's get poison. Poison's going to do fine against the lava elemental, And it'll do good against supply. It'll do good against everybody. It bypasses all resistances.
Come on, you want to live forever?
And Wrath of the Forest would be solid as well.
Reinforce!
Guide me.
Our hero, unfortunately, is still only level
Cleanse
6.
this land. Prepare for glory.
Let's get Wrath of the Forest instead of upgrading. I think it's about time we get some knights in the front line. Their increased health is going to stand up very well against these big bullies and these exploding demons. And we can even look to get another Tesla. Big Bertha would not be bad as well. And you'll see we still have this whole back area that we haven't even necessarily needed yet. And we're already on wave 15 of 19, and we're doing just fine. We could also get a golem here. Let's get a golem for our front line, and then we can bring our hero over to the other side here. Actually, we want to bring him, we want to stop up this lava elemental. The golem is going to take shots from these guys. And let's keep our range here because they do have these archers. And we can get a launcher.
Prepare for glory.
Yeah, Dragon Breath launchers are quite solid. And when I was remembering these units, I remember in an earlier episode I said that this was the most powerful upgrade in the game, and I was confusing it with the second game, Kingdom Rush Frontiers, where there's a similar unit that once you unlock the rockets for them, they're just insane. They're like these mechs that just shoot up these rockets into the air, and they circle around until they have a target. So you'll get to the point sometimes where a wave will start, and there will just be tons of rockets circling in the air looking for a target. And they'll just instantly nuke down that entire opening wave. And it is quite overpowered. So we're doing well. We could go for double paladins in the front here, and I think that's fine. We're not in any danger of leaking. I think that's enough. We could spend some gold in these upgrades, but I think it would be more beneficial at this point to do some kind of like fallback position. And I think what I'm going to do is place some paladins there and some berserkers here. I don't think anything will get there, but if I have to choose a position to reinforce, there's so much symmetry in this map that I'm going to choose the last final choke point, and that's where I'm going to place my reinforcements. It also gives a little bit of time. Let's say we leak just a bit, something walks all the way back here. That'll give us time to get our hero in position. And we want to drop some fire on these guys. Get another paladin. And I mean, you can just look at it to see how strong of a position this is now.
I will cleanse this land.
And we got AoE just in time. I think this is a wave that's supposed to punish certain builds. If you were ignoring the Dwarven towers, you'd be getting punished right now. We can do something like a Musketeer. Just taking advantage of their range. They almost certainly won't come into play in this fight, but if something leaks from either side, we have the coverage. So they're even throwing giant spiders at us. Gerald finally makes it to level 8. A little late, buddy. And then I would do something like this. Throw up some double mage towers. Make sure we're fighting the right stuff. Dropping fire right on top of them. Let's not let Gerald die. Keep him back, let him heal. And there he goes, he starts to heal up. And we can send him in against this golem. Let's check the stats on these necromancers. 700 HP is quite a bit, and they do decent damage, but they're very squishy. It's the last wave. They send in the big boys. And we just, at this point, we have so much gold. Doing very well. We can give our paladins the ability to heal. Very strong in these kind of grindy matchups where they're actually standing toe-to-toe with units and not just getting blasted. Definitely better on this side than on this side because they will just die to the explosions. But if they're fighting knights, let's say, they'll have the ability to stop what they're doing and heal themselves. So thankfully, we do have our AoE towers in place, and we can upgrade these. But I think these are the last enemies. You'll see them healing themselves, it's pretty cool.
Back to the shadows of hell. Honor guide me.
And another lava elemental summoned from the volcano. And he should be our last enemy. Cool. So we got it. 3 stars, no leaks. Solid. And we unlocked another hero. And this is a hero that I am familiar with. And he's one of my favorite guys. He's a character in the story. He's the king of the whole land. So, let's see. Your Majesty itself brings an arsenal of power and courage to the battlefield. Long live the king. I know the creators of this game aren't native English speakers, which is why every now and then you'll see me stumble over a little bit of their the bios or the campaign stuff. It's because there's a few little English mistakes here and there, nothing big. But I want to use King Dinas, because if I remember right, his royal edict is super strong. He essentially summons his own paladins, and by the time he's like max level, he is very effective. I want to say he summons like 4 of them, in addition to himself. So that's just a lot of bodies to block up a single lane. These are all very powerful abilities. Cataclysm is super strong. That may be worth getting. So I was debating today whether or not to kind of follow the same format I've been doing and just going ahead and showing you guys these challenges, or whether or not I should jump into this, which is I think the final campaign quote-unquote level. You'll see here we have tons of levels left to go, very fun levels, but I think this is like the boss level. And you know what, I think I'm going to if any of these upgrades cost 2, I think that I would get both of these stars and then jump into here just to make the boss battle that much easier. Let's say I would get, you know, 1 more upgrade and be that much more efficient going into the boss battle, because that's how I like to play. But even doing both of these and getting 2 stars isn't going to change our upgrades, which means it's not going to change the final battle going in. So, and I also like that it's pretty thematic that we get to play the king of the land going up against the big bad final boss. So without too much further ado, the Dark Tower, little Stephen King reference there. Our troops gather around the dread wizard Vesnon's tower. It is time for reckoning, time for the final fray. This is the ultimate battle for our kingdom's safety. Every step has brought us to this moment, and there is no turning back. Now it's time to show our mettle. Alright, let's jump in. And here he's gonna talk some major shit to us. And you'll see he does a lot of memery throughout this battle. That's one thing I love about the series in general, is the references.
Go ahead, make my day.
Okay, so right off the bat, you got to kind of pay attention to the map. Shush. Telling you to be talking crap the whole time. So let's see. Let's check out what he's bringing. Bandits, necromancers, and brigands. Expect necromancers this battle. We have a graveyard here, which you'll remember from the earlier maps. We'll be continuously summoning skeletons. So we can't just make a forward position here and expect to cover ourselves. We do need to build back to make sure that we have adequate protection against this graveyard. I think that leads me to want to build a Dwarven Bombard instantly. And we could even do a second one here. This is almost certainly going to be a Tesla. This is almost certainly going to be a Ranger Tower. And I'm looking here, I would love to put a barracks right here to catch these skeletons. The problem that I'm seeing, and I'm analyzing this heavily because I do remember playing this on Veteran. You know, I always want to bring the best strategy possible, and to do that, you have to take into account everything. So what I'm thinking right now, and I'm letting you in on kind of my thought process here, is that the demon units explode, right? These units do not. So you get into trouble in these games and in tower defenses in general when you let these types of units mix, which is to say, if there was some way we could block up these explosive units and keep them from mixing in with these weaker chaff units, because what will end up happening is these units will run, they'll get here to where our defenders are, these guys will start exploding and killing all of our defenders, and then these weak guys will just walk on through. So that's kind of my thought process here. But let's get into this.
Archers ready?
I wish this had just a bit more range. It's so rough. I could see these both being very good barracks positions. So because we have to play so far back, we have to choose our choke points. And if we're not able to make this a choke point, I'm looking here, here, and here as our choke points. I already know what these symbols do. I'm going to kind of leave that as a bit of a surprise for you guys. So we do want to cover our back lines because these symbols aren't nothing. But this might be the most important choke point we have.
Fully loaded.
And I think this is fine. So let's see here. We could do something like this.
Have at thee.
Something like that.
might and magic.
For honor and glory.
Let's place this as far forward as possible to take some advantage of our ranged abilities. And I would love to get another Tesla tower here if I cannot place an effective barracks there. But I think I have to place a barracks here,
Charge.
just right up in the face of the skeletons, so that it's guaranteed to catch them. So if you're wondering like why I'm worried about this, it's because there's that little sliver of
For honor
right on the edge where they're just a bit out of range,
for the king.
and the skeletons can and sometimes will just walk right by them down the side of this lane, and we do not want that to happen. But I think this is a fine start.
Like a
Something
charm.
like this.
Bullseye. Want some? Get some. Have at thee.
And I think that should be fine.
Dodge this.
Maybe look to upgrade, get those sharpshooters online quickly.
To battle.
Yeah, wish me luck. This layout may need a little tweaking.
For me.
Of course, let's abandon all hope. As soon as I move my hero unit, the skeletons start coming. But I think he has a bit of a ranged attack. Check out his stats. 300 HP, 11 to 19 damage, and he dies. That's terrible. Who are you gonna call? Little Ghostbusters meme. So we might want to just keep him back to fight these skeletons.
To battle.
And there you get to see our upgraded meteor in effect. And he's already almost dead. We just need to get him upgraded so that he can start summoning some royal guard for us.
Ready for me. Reinforce.
And I think we're good on the ranged coverage. Let's get a ranger's hideout. Should do well against the early range. I don't remember if he can attack air. And he can. So he's buffing our towers. I'm just not sure exactly how so. If it's like an attack speed or a range increase, I don't know.
Freedom.
Let's call early, we need that gold. But the fact that he does
Go ahead, make my day.
attack air is very strong, so I'm appreciative for that.
Bow to the king.
And he's level 4, he hasn't summoned his guys yet.
Make my day. Bullseye.
And we can look to get this, I think I'm going to make this a musketeer garrison.
Get off my land.
Can he shoot from this position? Yes he can.
To battle.
So there he goes, he called in a strike. You'll see he's just throwing a bunch of random food and treasure.
Freedom.
So you know what, I might be mistaken. I have played this character, but I think once again it might have been in the second game. And in the second game, he summons a ton of paladins. Maybe his two abilities are just the buff and it like artillery strike. So I could certainly be mistaken here in his abilities. So I was going to value highly his ability to block up the lanes with lots of units, but he doesn't seem to actually do that. So we'll see. Place them a little farther back. I do like this mortar ability. It seems cool. And it almost looks like he can do it anywhere on the field. Not necessarily limited by his own range. Let's get some beefier boys in the front line.
Go ahead, make my day.
He throws his beer kegs.
For me. Attack.
Yeah, he might just be very good at clearing zombies.
To the king. Attack. Reinforce.
So we can keep him in that role. That's no problem. Maybe look to get some sorcerer mages here. Get us some golems to help us block up the front line. But I feel like we certainly want some more power. And one of the best parts about that upgrade is that it leaves the burning fire on the ground, which can kill a lot of the chaff units before they even get to you. So let's get the Tesla. The last thing we want to lose to on this is to skeletons. We need this upgrade like nowish. If we have to,
Go ahead, make my day. Reinforce.
I was about to say, if we have to, we'll move our barracks down.
My land. For me.
Let's call early. But yeah, with overcharged tier 3, we should not be leaking anymore from this position. Unless there's like a tier 3 skeleton that I don't remember,
Bow to the king.
we should be fine. And if we're very comfortable in this position and we know we're not going to leak, oh, here we go. They're summoning some demons from there. So that's kind of like the wake-up call. Hey, if you don't have anything back here, you need to get something. But yeah, unless there's much stronger tier 3 skeletons, that frees us up to bring our reinforcements to the front lines and to bring our hero to the front line, which we are going to do. Let's get some kills to get some gold. Yeah, I would love to know what this ability does. I might need to go look it up afterwards. Man, we don't want to lose him.
Bow to the king.
And we have another flyer here.
Dodge this.
Flyers should not be a problem for us.
Freedom. Go ahead, make my day. Attack.
The only small problem I would foresee is that we don't have any forward placed ranged units, or ranged towers rather. So they're getting their boost once they're already kind of in our back line, which sucks for us. But pretty strong. We're doing it. We're doing work. Let's get that just for variety's sake. It might also just be better to kind of rush another elemental. But these guys do a ton of damage. You can't really go wrong getting them. They're just not great due to the magic resistance of the demons. And we can look to upgrade this other Dwarven Artillery we placed early on. It hasn't gotten us any value yet, and we're going to wait until these guys are slightly more grouped to get them. And we can call early for a lot of gold here. And get another cast off. Very good. Big Bertha would be strong here. Oh, hell no. So if you don't click those fast enough, they do just straight up lock down your towers. So that's something he's doing way up there with his 6666. And let's upgrade that because it's starting to affect this lane as well. Our hero is level 9. But Yeah, this is where it would be great to have this be another upgraded Tesla. Let's get the Tesla. It's showing me that they want to bring lots of AoE here. Whew, this is one we do not want to get locked down. Yeah, let's just nuke them. We can call early.
Ride the lightning. Ride the lightning.
There we go.
Freedom for me.
Being very wary of this star here. You'll see it's already summoning down there. Whew. Cutting it close. We dined in hell. Just got a new achievement. Pretty cool. Drop those skeletons. So we can look to upgrade more here. Let's get a golem. Place him up front. The clicking is a little harder on mobile, I will say. We can get our berserkers. Get some paladins back there and some paladins up front. That was an accident, but yeah, level 2 throwing axes, not a waste. And we'll place them a little further back so that they get a chance to use them. Managed to get them all. And it's about time we get our poison online, as well as Wrath of the Forest. Very strong abilities. And there we go. And that'll help too if they summon anybody behind our lines. Hopefully Wrath of the Forest might proc and save us. When that happens, I can't see where my my cursor is, so I wasn't able to click on that, unfortunately. However, I'm not scared of these guys whatsoever. We can call early, get a ton of gold. Let's get teleport. I like that a lot. And we can get a mage tower up here. And here we go. They're blocking up our back line with these demons. But the paladins should be very resilient. And they do have help. So we can start turning guys into sheep. Yeah, it's so hard to see my cursor during that. Let's look to upgrade this. We can get another arcane tower. That's okay. We only locked up the tower we're currently upgrading. Let's get these paladins up. They're taking a lot of beatings for us. If we call early, we're going to get a ton of gold. Let's do that. And we can get our next arcane tower, and we can get teleport as well. Now, if I remember right, this guy is eventually going to want to come down. Oh god. Okay, I used that thinking that sheep was going to get through, but it did not, thankfully. Unfortunately, he did lock down all of our towers for a second. Not the end of the world. Let's get another teleportation. Yeah, there's a few of these we 100% don't ever want to get locked down. Whew. That was pretty clutch, because getting any of our Tesla towers locked down would be disastrous for us. And it's time we upgrade these paladins, because these guys upgraded can do a lot of AoE damage to these skeletons. They almost could hold them by themselves without the Tesla tower now. Bring these guys down. And we're doing fine. Just gonna get ourselves like a little buffer with an early lane kind of start position. Okay, none of the important ones were locked down. That's good. And it's just giving some of these forward placed towers more of a chance to do their damage. Get the double axes on our berserkers. That's an upgrade I don't think we've seen yet. Get a sniper shot. Maybe we'll get lucky. And they'll one-shot one of these golems for us. As well as the death ray. This is wave 15. Pretty sweet teleport there. Let's bring our king up, let him shoot. And let's take a look at his level 10 stats when we get a chance. .480 HP, 37 to 61 damage. That is range, so that's not bad. He doesn't have any armor though. He does seem to have a very fast attack rate. But man, you gotta love that teleport. They're so slow that by the time they get here, they're just already getting defeated. We can upgrade our ranger tower a little bit. Let's get a better golem. Or elemental. Keep calling him a golem. So there we go. Calling us weak, man, but we just stomped you. So here we go. The music starts playing, getting intense. And this is where I think he comes down himself. And we'll see where he goes. If I remember right. Let's get some berserkers up there. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to hurt him in this position. Start taking down his health. And we took a good chunk of his health off. Let's just make sure we don't leak. And he one-shot our hero. That sucks. Note to self, don't let him fight the heroes. Sure, our backline is free. We're doing fine. Upgrading the Ranger Tower is always sweet. Let's just slow him down. He's doing this kind of pulsing one-shot wave. A little rough. Drop some more fire on him. Seems like we're getting him, but I don't remember if there's like a stage 2 to this fight. Yeah, there is. Okay, so now he's a giant demon. And he one-shots our guys no matter how upgraded they are. So that is worth knowing. But we were able to take him down early enough in his sorcerer form. We got him. Achievement unlocked. This is the end. Oh, cool, we get a little artwork in the end. Party time, alright. Like I said, pretty fitting that we played the king on the last stage. And the credits roll. You can let the credits play for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and hit escape. Great Defender, achievement unlocked. And you'll see here now we have stages rather all over the map. And we've unlocked heroes. So, oh man, I don't even know where to go first. We have Cyril Gaz's Lair, the Hushwood, Ruins of Akaroth. And I know a lot of these are boss battles. Glacial Heights, and I'm not sure, but I think some of these as well. Rotwick? Yeah, I think I remember this one. Some of these as well are multiple, like almost like mini campaigns in and of themselves. The Rotten Forest, I remember this one. This one's challenging on Veteran. And one of these, I remember doing one of these maps on Veteran on Heroic, I believe, like 1,000,000 times to finally get that. And Pit of Fire also can be challenging. But very cool. So we have lots of stuff to do. We can also, I can either do this on camera, off camera. I'm not sure what I will do as of right now. But yeah, I'll definitely bring you guys back to see some of these new levels. And we unlocked all the heroes. Sweet. Alright, I look forward to using these guys. These four are all melee, and Alora Wintersong is a ranged hero. Very strong, very cool. Yeah, we're going to try these guys out in some of the later episodes. But anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Let's be honest here. I want to play Oni. Let's be real. I think we're gonna check out Oni in the next episode. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. That's nearly an hour-long episode. If I go to do one of these other stages, we're gonna be well past the hour mark. So, once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you like this video or any of the other ones you've seen on my channel, hit the like button. That lets me know I'm doing the right thing. Comment if you want to see something different, or if you really like the game, or if you just want to talk about games in general, I would love to chat with you in the comments section. So without any further ado, guys, my name is Brett. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.